Hey y'all, Doomy Genevieve, Lace in Space, Constellations on LST. Thanks for tuning in. You could have been anywhere else, so you decided to be here with me. So I always want to show gratitude, always want to show appreciation. I just want to let you guys know that I'm glad that you're rocking out here with me. Thank you so much. So guys, today I wanted to talk about Synastry. I'm getting a few Synastry um, consultations, trying to see if they want to get a Synastry or not. And also just within sessions, speaking to clients that are like, Umi, tell me that I should not be with this person. Tell me that this person is no good for me, or that this is not what it should be. Right? Well, I don't believe in that. I personally do not believe in telling people that they should not be with someone. I feel like that entices people to do that. It entices them to now be with this person because now everything around them is telling them not to be with this person. And if you understand psychology and just know how the mind works, and the body usually goes towards what they shouldn't go towards, what are usually indulgences, but they need to find moderation in life is about discipline. You know that people usually go towards what you tell them not to go towards. People usually find thrill in doing things that they're not supposed to do. So I would not tell someone to not talk to someone, to not connect with someone. I would sit with them and I would ask them, do they want to be with this person? Do you really feel like you want to be in this relationship with this person, that you're willing to deal with the aspects, that you're willing to deal with the uncomfortable placements with this person? Are you ready to do that? And I personally believe if you are ready to face the music, you can at least eliminate some of the karma. It's when you deal with people, connect with people, that you know you have no intention on trying to understand. And you don't want to understand, that you now create the bad karma. Because there's always constant friction. The child is always looking at the children that you're procreating in, the communities that you're building around this relationship is in toxicity all the time. But once you come into awareness of the energy, once you come into understanding that I am fully aware of what I'm dealing with, you will eliminate some karma within this relationship. So personally, I don't tell clients not to deal with people. You deal with people for specific reasons. You summon people for specific reasons. Any person that you've ever dated, just through their sun sign, it can already tell you what you were going through at the moment, what you were experiencing, feeling, and what even happens a little bit after meeting that person, just through their sun sign. If they're mutable, Gemini, Virgo, Pisces, Sagittarius, you did not intend on meeting them. You actually needed this kind of spontaneous, things don't go as planned, walking more by faith than by sight type of relationship for you to attract the Gemini, Virgo, Pisces, Sagittarius. You needed something to just pop up in your life and give you a consistency, even if you didn't plan it, because you felt that lost. If you attract if you attract a Cardinal, Aries, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn, you wanted to get serious. You wanted to get registered for certain type of projects, get your first big place, register for school, come into wherever you feel like you've wasted time and you need to mature and you need to really make sense of how long it's been, how long you've got, what your parents expect of you, what your family expected you, what your generation expects of you. That's why you would attract a Cardinal. You attract a fixed sign, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, because you need some sort of support system right now. You're also in a financial period of your life, so you're looking for, where your money can be better, where your resources can be better, where you can have a better sense of connection with possessions, so you attracted a fixed. This is also through a third party, so you're usually attracting a fixed sign because as a rebound, and you are leaving a certain type of relationship or situation, and this fixed sign is here to catch you and support you and be almost like a crutch period for you as you rehabilitate yourself. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. many times, since these are rebound energies, it can be very difficult to stay in these situations with fixed, only because you've only come into a fixed energy because of feeling a sense of self-worth, lack of self-worth, a lack of financial possession stability. So you come into this fixed sign to help you get back into owning things, or just getting some sort of cash flow, resource flow. So it can be a energy that you won't necessarily stay stuck to. You'll be remembrance of this energy. You'll be grateful of this energy because it helped you stabilize yourself through a shaky period. But it can be hard to maintain because fixed energies can be connected to guilt, or just this guilty feeling on how you connected to them, since it can be a rebound energy. I fell out on hard times. I just left something. I'm still trying to balance and compromise within this energy, and now you're here. So even as a fixed energy Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, you are very likely to be a rebound lover, which makes you memorable because you were there for a person during their tough times. But most likely there's something about the energy that's not stable because it's based on a trauma bond. And that's just for most fixed. But you meet these energies for a reason. And if you're meeting a fixed sign, they're going to help you with your creativity, your sense of self-expression, because of where you felt like you need to work, where you feel like you need to work on more of your self-worth. But you meet all these signs for a reason, through friends, your children, everything. Just know that your chart and your placements, if anyone has any aspects to it, are beneficial to it, trine, sextile, even if they're no good for you, their placements are attractive to you. You're attracted to their placements. So you're going to connect with them and stay in cahoots with them in some capacity. You have to innately tell yourself that you do not want to be with this person, and you do not want this person to be the symbol of your lessons. Your placements are your placements. Whoever comes into the proximity of it will now fill in that position of what aspects your placements. You can meet a few Leos, a few Scorpios, a few Aquariuses, a few Geminis, a few Aries, and they'll aspect a certain planet in your chart, a certain planets in your chart, no matter what. It doesn't matter how close, not as close, they're going to aspect that. Now, of course, the proximity is going to let you know how much you care about how they're aspecting it. But regardless, they're going to aspect your chart. So it's either you stay away from these people, or you bring in closer proximity, which makes it more of a connection. So you have to ask yourself, do I want this person around me, knowing that they aspect me in this way? They make me feel this way. Do I have the awareness and whatever you want to call it, inner strength, tunnel vision, whatever you want to call it, to tell myself that I do not want to be connected to this person, even though I know we have these aspects that can make us very entwined to each other, but I'd rather something different. But just remember, the person just fills in the space. You can meet other signs, other people who embody those signs that aspect your chart, that give you the same feeling. So really, in reality, who do you want to fill in these places? Do you want to keep trying again? Or are you good with the first person that aspects it the first time? Do you know the placements in your own chart? How are they aspecting? Are they always compatible and always right for you to be so judgmental about somebody else's journey? And so when I do synastry, it's important that I'm like, yo, bring the other person with you. Like, see if they can come on the session, if they can share this experience with you. Because it's not fair that you got the drop on them, but they don't even know they got the drop on you. People are just going to fill up the space. You can take 20 people, 30 people, in conjunct, however the bases be. It's going to be up to your eye. Like, I'm picking that one, I'm picking that one. And that's the free will. That's the free will. Now, when you sit with the placements and you realize this person can aspect your Chiron, which is always going to be a natural Achilles. If someone aspects your Chiron in your chart, they will always be able to poke you in a way that reminds you of the inner childhood wound, and is a lot of love, a lot of vulnerability, but it's still a sensitive and vulnerable placement for you that can be, you're still working on, because you don't have your Chiron chart until your late 40s to 50s. So prior to that, this person, especially if it's unevolved, this person can naturally have an area where they just know how to poke at you. Personally, for me, I have a Chiron in Leo, so it's every Leo. Every Leo has a way to put me in a very embarrassing self-worth. They put the light on me. We see you. And it pokes in a way where I feel like every Leo just knows how to poke with my Chiron. Everyone. And I'm a Leo rising. So just with your Chiron, they're always going to know how to poke you. Your Mars, they're always going to be able to aspect where your frustrations, your course of action is. So I'm a Mars in Scorpio. So anyone who is fixed or water will aspect my Mars personally. I just feel ooh, you get it, or you help me take a course of action, or you're able to understand my frustrations, or you get me the most frustrated, or you can get me the most riled up. Same thing. So I have to just be conscious of any water or fixed. Sun aspects your sense of self-expression, your ego, your I am. So anyone that aspects that, I'm a fixed sun. So any fixed sun or water sun is going to aspect my sense of expression, aspect my sense of self-expression in ways that are the most sensitive to me. They're either going to see me or understand my sense of self-expression, or I'm going to easily feel triggered or attracted to their sense of self-expression. Same thing with moon, same thing with rising. So just check this out. So I'm fixed in all three. So fixed signs do a thing for me. They just have a thing on me. I'm going to need that in there, in their chart. Your moon is your emotional well-being, however that person aspects. Your rising is how you walk into the room, how you identify, how you present your chart. How does that aspect? Your Venus is your sense of possessions, how you've been told to value, stabilize self, attract things. How does that aspect? Now the most personal is Chiron, North Node. Now even though the South Node sounds so attractive, I find it a very difficult placement to work with, because you've already done a past life energy with this person, a past life with this person. So now it's time to let that go and move on. North Node is a growing pain, so you may feel like you have to constantly find maturation with this energy. Go forth, go forward with this energy. And be living in the moment, especially before 37 years old, can be difficult with having a North Node aspect. But that's still a beautiful one, because this is a placement where this person will find a struggle to shake you, especially as a North Node. They'll always feel like, all right, let's meet each other later. Let's meet each other later. Let's find each other in 5 years again. Let's find each other in 6 years again. So especially if you have a nodal aspect, why you and this person keep returning to each other. Or seeing how as we grow older, we get closer and better with each other. You just gotta be conscious of, do you really want to be with this person? Do you really want to live your life with this person? Is this the person that is your yin to your yang? And are you aware of the placements, your placements and their placements? And are you willing to work on that and be conscious of the difficult, the compatible, the relatable, the unrelatable? the unrelatable. Just being conscious of that. You're not going to miss out, because anyone who's attracted to you is aspecting you. Anything you're attracted to is aspecting you. It's just asking you, do you want that person to fill in that space? And even if you start trying to chase this, how are you going to look at what parts are you even looking at to be aspected? Do you want to just single out just your Venus, just your Sun, just your Mars? Are you going to be able to go into areas where you can ask all 3 placements and they'll know? And if you can, God bless you. Well, you have a very destined position here if you can be able to open up your palette and pinpoint and find these people in that way. But many times people are opening themselves up and an energy is coming towards them. And most likely this is not by coincidence, and this person's just filling up space on what aspects you, and that's why they stick. And you just have to ask yourself, are you okay with this type of connection, or do you want to continue on? Because regardless, they're just going to be different configurations on what is aspecting, what is within your chart. You'll find some of the most toxic people, or you think is toxic, aspects you in things that would be put on paper in the most beautiful ways. Now, that just comes into the level of their involvement and your involvement in being aware of where you are and why you're attracting this person at this period, and where you guys can work towards this. But you probably go meet somebody else, and if there's configurations in your chart that are not well aspected, you can meet people that bring conflict. That's why you'll find people that be like, I've dated over and over and there's still an issue. Because it doesn't really matter who the person is. They're just going to fill in the placements that aspect you. And if there's still an internal struggle and awareness in self, you're just going to find conflict. Because once you're good, you can accept anybody. Because everyone is just filling up the space on what aspects you. And if you're conscious of yourself, you'll know that this person aspects my Mars, my Venus, my Sun, my Pluto. How have I become aware of that to make sure I stay balanced and not letting it get out of control? I feel like this is why a lot of people live inside, like not a lot of people, but certain people will live in solitude so they can really see people for who they really are. Because if it's too close, sometimes you can't really treat people the way they need to be treated. I even ask myself a lot, do I need to live in that kind of solitude? And I'm already in the woods, I'm already in like the woods area, but just in life in general, when I get older and go more into later years of my life, I know I'll need to be in an area that is of solitude so I can really deal with people in a way that doesn't affect me, where I need to be in a position where I'm going crazy if I should be with someone or not, if I should stay with someone or not. I don't want to feel that way. I want to know exactly that how this person is aspecting me. Have I fully become aware of my placements in general, so I know that when this person aspects me in this way, it's uncomfortable. And am I okay with it most likely being in an uncomfortable situation for me, no matter what? Am I going to be aware that this is naturally uncomfortable, so this is something naturally I have to be conscious of, so it doesn't piss me off all the time? That's what it is. That's what I'll tell somebody in Synastry. So anybody who's doing Synastry out there wants to do a composite, first you have to ask yourself, do you want to be with this person? Are you willing to accept this person? Are you aware of the fact that you have aspects, you have personal placements that do not always get along, and they do too? Are they willing to understand that as well, to conjoin with you? Then you're good. I'll see y'all later. I love y'all.